Just a little bit. Let me see. Okay, give me a few seconds, people. It's working. Oh my gosh. This is working. Okay. I just gotta figure out I gotta figure out how to add TikTok. So right now we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Y'all, I'm like testing this thing out. I'm trying to figure out. I finally figured out, got me something to where I can stream on everything at one time because y'all just don't know how tiring it is. Like if I say something on one social media app and then it's like sometimes I use two phones, but I would just rather say whatever God has to say. I would just rather say it that one time and hit every platform at once. So I'm really just kind of like testing this thing out and really just checking in. I have an idea for the month of April. Um that we're going to be working through. So that's going to start tomorrow. The reason why I titled this Checking In is because that's exactly what we're going to be doing. I kind of have this idea of something that'll really just kind of hold myself and help you hold yourself accountable for your relationship with God. Because when we think about encounters with God, the whole purpose of encounters with God is to grow in your relationship with the Lord. And if you have one, to expand upon that. And so, what are some things that we can do? So, we're going to be doing some check ins for a while until like we establish. Um, not a routine, but until it becomes our behavior. So that's kind of where we are right now. And so just bear with me, y'all, because I finally will be able to use my microphone. I just have to work on my I gotta kind of test the I thought my microphone was not working, but I finally was able to hear a playback, and it's not that my microphone wasn't working, but I gotta kind of tweak it so that I can get my sound to do well so that it doesn't sound choppy on your end. So I'm just super excited because, oh my gosh, like this is kind of groundbreaking. Praise the Lord. Um, but I do want to give a short testimony and then I'm just gonna get off because I really just kind of wanted to test this to see how well it would be and how it would go. And I'm just loving this already. So it's so crazy. So today we went to church or whatever, and there's this married couple that sat behind us. And what's crazy was Faith kept looking back at the wife, looking back and playing. You know how toddlers do when you go to church or when you go anywhere. And when the service was over, the lady was like, "Oh, she started asking me some questions or whatever, and I was answering the questions. But what was so crazy about my interaction, me and my husband's interaction with this married couple was they were an answer to something that I had been secretly praying to God about. Something that I had actually, I'm not even gonna lie, like I wasn't worried about it. I was more so like I was kind of getting concerned because I was just like, okay, I'm I'm in a place to where I know that a shift is getting ready to happen. And so it's like, God, I don't know how you're gonna I don't know how you're gonna shift it. I just believe you for the shift and I'm just trusting you in that. But what was so crazy, and all I can do is give God glory. Like I was trying my best to not cry in their face. Like I was trying my best. Like it was just so easy. Like it was just the way God set the interaction up, the way he set it up, it was so strategic. And it's just like my God. And my husband got to be a part of that moment. And we were both like, you can't tell me that God is not good, that God is not real, because this is something that I had been praying about secretly and I had been praying within myself. Not something like me and my husband had talked about it, but we haven't really just kind of talked about it. Like he didn't really know that this is something that I was kind of like worried or concerned about. But what was so crazy is that they initiated the conversation. We exchanged numbers. She was like, I'll help you with everything that you need, to get this taken care of or whatever. And it was just so easy. It was like, my God, not only did God provide an answer to my prayer, but it's like it was an answer and it was also a solution and it was also confirmation and verification that yes, there is a shift coming. And yes, I need you to prepare for that shift. And yes, this is the direction that I need you to go in. Like he answered everything that fast. Like right there, like he said it behind me, like because and what's so crazy is like you never know like what God is gonna do. Because when I woke up this morning, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh Chad, I really don't feel like going to church. Like I just didn't, I just didn't feel like it. I've been kind of going through my little woes. You go through we're human, You know what I'm saying? And so but anyway, I'm like, screw that. Like that ain't me. I'm gonna give God glory. So got up and went to church and um I don't know. It's just a reminder of how strategic God is. Like there is nothing coincidental when it comes to God. Nothing. Like where he got us to sit, exactly where he got us to sit in church when we went to church today. Like God is just so strategic and it was just so easy. Like I didn't have to go out there and find the resource came to me, like the solution came to me, the answer to my prayer came to me. And so I just give God glory and I just give him honor and I just give him praise because like you just can't make this stuff up. Like God is not just good, but God is real. And like when you take that step to just when you take the initiative to just trust and believe God, like it will blow your mind. Like I've made some decisions in my life to where it's just like, honestly, God, like I'm just gonna trust and I'm just gonna believe you. Like I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna work out. I just know it's gonna work out because I trust and I believe God. And I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy, like when you for real, like when you're not just saying it, because everybody's like, yeah, I trust God, I believe God, but do you really trust Him and believe Him, right? Like, how do you know? And it's really not until you get held to the fire that you find out, like, if you really do trust and if you really do believe God. And I think the crazy thing for me is like when I actually made the decision to trust and believe God, like worried who? Where? Like, I'm not worried, I'm not afraid, I'm not stressed. Just just walking into what God has already given me and what He has ordained for me. And so I just kind of wanted to get on here and share my testimony for that. But for the month of April, we are checking in because the thing about encounters with God, the reason why God gave me this idea is because there are a lot of people that are hungry for a relationship with God, but they don't know where to start and how to go. There are a lot of people that have a relationship with God and they don't know how to expound upon that. And so that is what Encounters with God is about. So if you're not following my YouTube channel, you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's one thing. The next thing is you need to make sure you're following me on YouTube, Facebook. Hopefully they don't ban TikTok, but follow me on TikTok on there too. So we're gonna be dropping some things daily for the month of April because God is building up to something, and so we need to make sure that we're prepared for what God is building. Oh my gosh, y'all! This whole time.